quickly also turning on the transcription. Okay. Hi, this is Apocalypse Keys session 27. The second one this month. Yay. We are at what I hope will be the final session of All the Bells on Earth. Last week we basically just did a what do you call it? A connecting clues session. Maybe we talk through our theory for a moment. The best I remember it. We were clear that Colonel Jaeger, virtuous old trainer who has now become a sentient AI lodged in a old division military satellite, is the harbinger of this mystery. And the door to power is basically the idea of killing all the gods, and particularly killing all of you, because you all are in one way or another close to becoming harbinger level threats, and he doesn't want 4 harbingers going loose at once. And I think Alecto releasing the Chernobog deck into the world only strengthened that resolve. We also found out what the deal with the reality warps casinos is, but I kind of forgot what we said about that. Let's see if I have it in my notes.
Something to do with Gwyn Apnud.
Oh yeah, it is the. Oh no, that is the main deck. So maybe we start with that. We had added the additional facet of the Vegas HQ of division, and the question there was why are the other 4 casinos warped to the division headquarters, to this to Sam's casino? And we found out in the answering the question move that a Gwyn from an alternative reality, who also was commodified but didn't have a Rhydian to help him out of it, used the casino and used I don't think we said how really, or maybe we did, but in any way used the casino to get back to his old state. And he did that by doing extra dimensional shenanigans. Or as my notes say, Gwyn, but one from another reality, had used the Vegas HQ as a master node, point of leverage across dimensions to free himself from the containment his own reality had built around him. The commodification of ancient stories, the reduction of gods to entertainment had begun there. Old promotional posters and leaflets dating back to the earliest days of the city, each one quietly draining power from beings who deserve far more reverence. The realities of the casinos had collapsed inward around a central point, creating the pocket dimension the party had been navigating for weeks. Oh yeah, that was the idea. That he basically, so in his reality, this whole commodification process started in that casino, and he broke free and shattered his reality in a way, and that drew 4 other casinos in from 4 different realities who served similar functions in their realities, of being tied to like godly beings and kind of domesticating them. We had the nature of the Chernobog deck. The question there was, is it real or not? Yes, it is real, and it's also destroyed. And we tied a dream about the precise way to kill a god to it. I don't quite remember how, but maybe it had to do with, I don't know. Let's see what my notes say. The Chernobog deck, the reality warp casinos, the strange nexus, the gods now loose in the world. Piece by piece, the shape came together. The deck had been real, and its presence had warped probability across Las Vegas. That was the thing. Creating a distortion field that had drawn a specific kind of predator to the city. That predator was Jaeger, a military mind with an ancient obsession, a man whose single-minded drive to destroy gods had been encoded into him long ago during operations at a facility called Base 0001. He was the harbinger, and he had not come to Las Vegas by accident. So that was the thing, that the Chernobog deck, due to its high symbolic gravity, so to speak, drew in Jaeger in the first place.
Yeah.
And made this pocket dimension Las Vegas the pinnacle of all his ambition, destroying it and destroying a ton of gods in several realities at once by firing the orbital laser. And the last thing that we ended on was Alecto and Rhydian on their way back to Las Vegas with the orbital laser already glowing like a sun, like a second sun in the sky, as it's being charged, because they overrolled slightly with a 13, and so they're a bit late. So, and now we have to deal with Jaeger. And as a reminder, how boss fights work in this game is Jaeger has a set of conditions. He has 4. And as soon as you manage to impart 4 conditions on him, you basically have won. He also has his own moves. And among them is one that on my little prep sheet I just called tick clock. And of course, I did not prepare clock actually. So let me just do that. I'll just do it with maybe just 4 tickable squares on the cover sheet of our character keeper. So technically speaking, it's 6. It's a 6. Edit, insert, checkbox. So there are 6 checkboxes now on our cover. And since you are late, since you overrolled, I'll already check 2. So of course, like in reality, it is and has always been a 4-tick clock. But this way, it shows the urgency.
It makes me feel far more anxious.
And he has 3 more moves that I don't know. Maybe it's a bit more fun for you to discover them during the boss battle. I have no strong opinions on playing with or without a GM screen, but so if you want to know, I can tell you. But if you don't, I keep it close to the vest.
Personally, I like the surprise, the element of surprise when it comes to this particular thing.
So, but with all of that, and keeping in mind that we have only a bit less than 2 hours time today, let's quickly go through our start of the session moves and our impulses. Alecto, not Alecto, Virtuous. What is your impulse today?
Do bring through quickly. Did you?
There's one that's very obvious, isn't there?
Yeah, given that it's a boss battle, did you let go and cause collateral damage?
Mm-hmm. Do you have a starting move? I don't think you do. Do you?
And I guess the hands around my heart.
You do. Yeah. Yes, you do technically have a starting move. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And why will you save me from what the darkness demands? Man, it's been a while. I guess, the darkness demands of me to never fall in love, and that's at least from the perspective of found family. Do believe that we are loving towards each other. I haven't got a great answer to that because it's been so long since I've played this. But are you okay with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and Alecto, Rhydian, what is your impulse?
Well, also given that this is the boss fight, I have chosen to use the emotions or memories of another to create a cruel advantage.
Oh, yeah. Good choice. And I do know that you have a starting move. What have you been dreaming of lately?
I know, but I'm like, please, let's not make this one so long this time.
I will do my best.
What have I been dreaming of? I think I've been dreaming. No, oh God, no. Wait, if I say that, that'll already prompt you to give me too many things. Shit.
Excuse me?
No, this is not. No, I meant because I was just thinking of I've been dreaming of different versions of fucking Gwydabnut or
yeah.
I'm like, oh no, that's already gonna.
That's true.
No.
It's hard to keep that short.
Exactly.
If there's already the phrasing different versions in there.
Not a criticism of you, just more of my do not. Yeah. So what have I been dreaming of instead is the question. Fuck. My brain is not working.
It can be very, very ungefähr.
Very ungefähr.
Yeah.
I've been dreaming of disturbed waters.
Disturbed waters. Okay. Then please
Like it.
spend Darkness tokens and roll. Then we'll see where that takes us.
Yes, this is the vaguest dream that Rhydian has had so far. I've not gained any darkness tokens, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so now I guess this just nowadays it changes up your name every single time you open Witch Dice, I guess, because now I was called Jazz.
It keeps it from the last time you used
No,
it.
it used to. It used to. And the
Oh.
last two times I did, it was like some other name. I was like, I've never used this name. And then this time was Jazz, and I was like, okay, clearly it's just giving me random names whenever I open it. Anyway, I have rolled an 11 without any darkness tokens.
Just a second. I have to stop. 11, you say?
Yeah.
So, and just as a note on what you just said, my last entered name is still in there, Graham Parker. That's from. Oh, you know where Jess is from? Maybe from the last game we played together. From the what's it called? The horror game with Gabe.
Did I call somebody Jazz in there?
I mean yourself, I would guess.
I feel like I would remember this.
Liminal horror.
No,
And
I think the last.
Blaze is your character name, not Jazz.
There you go. See, no, I think what has
That's
happened,
very
like,
close.
because I remember the last time I actually ended up just putting Xena in there because I was like annoyed of changing my name all the time, and now I was like Jazz, and this has happened before, so I was like, I think this is
Interesting.
something about Witch Dice deciding that whenever I reload this page, it just gives me another. I don't know. It's happened several times, so now I feel like there's a pattern.
Okay, so on 11 plus, the experts reveal a living nightmare hiding within your subconscious, but you uncover a key. The keeper describes the nightmare you catch a glimpse of before it escapes into the real world. Declare an irrevocable truth about the mystery that you learn from the nightmare. Rewrite or add a facet of the mystery that reflects this. We can table that until next week for the new mystery if you want. Unless
Yeah,
you.
also, I feel like for once I'm just gonna spend a bond because
Okay.
because I'm like we've had enough stuff.
Yeah. In that case, the experts are able to pass your dreams effectively, and you uncover a key. In addition, the keeper describes someone who features prominently in the dream. Gain a bond with them.
Yes.
Do we have a like we do in the between a do section on our mirror board? We don't yet, but I will put one on to be introduced at the start of the next session. A clue for the next mystery. Oh, wait a second. I can just quickly look one up. And of course, I haven't pre-read the next mystery yet, so I will just pick a random clue.
And a bond with Electro from our time in the desert, and the image that I projected to them, which was all about a very, very clear body of water, clear and calm.
Yeah, that's fine with me. That's something I don't have to think about. So let's keep it quick and easy. And I won't describe the dream in any great detail. I will just outline it, saying that it is a peaceful and loving in either familial or the more romantic kind of way that is up to you. But a dream that, as you wake up, you don't remember much. I mean, technically speaking, it's not you anyway. It's the people at Division. But they monitor the dream and they go like, okay, like most of that is just like, psychological hygiene. There's not much deeper meaning to it. We can just keep that confidential and delete it after recording. But one thing that sticks to you or two things that stick to you is that you wake up with a like very fond emotional disposition towards Alecto. That is the bond. And the other one is that you remember you and Electo sitting on the edge of a fountain somewhere in like Northern Europe, it feels like. And Alecto puts a hand into the fountain and their like skin makes the water sizzle and boil. And they pull out a coin whose edge design has been changed to a ring of toadstools.
Nice.
And of course, that coin then ends up on your bedside table or wherever you sleep.
Is that the bond, as in I gain a bond again? Excuse me. Oh,
Yeah, you gain a bond with Alecto. And
it
I'll
again.
just quickly write the mystery in there, the key in there. A coin whose edge design has been changed to a ring of toadstools. No human can see this design.
Eh?
And let's make it a. Is there such a thing as £1 coins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's that.
A nice chunky £1.
Oh yeah. It's nice, and it has this golden edge design. Yeah, but instead of Elizabeth 2 DG Rec, it just has a ring of toadstools.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It took me a moment to think about, like, remember the coins, because just don't use
It's so
cash
long.
anymore.
So annoying because some of them are just so like the £1 coin is just so satisfyingly chunky and sort of I don't know.
Okay, so I think Rhydian probably can just psychically anchor themselves to virtues and find him this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious.
Before.
Teased, where does Rhydian find you? Last we saw you you were walking out of Prometheus Hotel after destroying it, and then you were kind of gone.
Yeah, well, I was walking out with all of my followers, right?
Yeah. Oh, about that. Your followers kind of went crazy and killed everybody in the meeting time.
Oh, about that.
When maybe I should have put that in a love letter. When Alecto opened the book, destroyed the book, the deck, all the gods that were bound in there just kind of spilled out and took all the human hosts they could find, and among them were the Testamentos. And then they just escaped into the world, wreaking havoc in this pocket dimension. And I would imagine some of them were also destroyed by maybe you, maybe somebody else.
Yeah, I'm imagining maybe I've sort of taken some responsibility for that, and I've just been trying to clean that up. And that's why I haven't, I've been doing that rather than being main focus.
Yeah, that makes sense. That you were following the Testamentos and maybe first trying to bring them back, then eventually noticing that is not possible because they are now the vessels of forgotten gods.
Yeah,
and then doing what's necessary. So I imagine Rhydian and you meet like on a crossroads. You covered in blood, Rhydian covered in desert dust. And the sun is looming above you, the second sun.
Is that the second sun above your head there in your image? Is that
Yes. I picked that background on purpose.
That's very good.
What the orbital laser has fired up, and time is short. What do you think? What is your first move?
Jesus, I wouldn't say that. What's Rhydian? What is that pointing up at this huge light in the sky?
The apocalypse looming. No time to lose. There's no time to waste. Let's get over there.
There's a voice beaming into your head, Virtus, that picks up with that saying, "Yeah, no time to waste, indeed, my boy. If you want to get out of the city, I suppose you do it now."
Goddamn Jaeger, you've been a thorn in my side.
I'm just trying to help.
Your idea of help is misdirected.
I saw what you've been doing the past few days. I'm doing the same thing, just more efficiently.
I tried to save them first. You're just being judge, jury, and executioner without any precedence or thought for the people that you are destroying.
Do you want to maybe underlay that with some kind of move?
Oh, sure.
And I'm asking so openly because I have no idea about your moves anymore.
No.
But on the basic
Oh,
moves,
I
it
see
could
what you
just
mean.
be.
Yeah. I've got some of those tricky ones that I never ever use because they're too hard to remember. None of those definitely have this sort of thing, don't they?
And I noticed that you have the note of gain aspect of the Harbinger, tech connection via Instavit's AI under your Powers of Darkness. So that could maybe give you an in with him if you want to do something like along the lines of memory control with your Powers of Darkness, or power some other move,
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
or power through darkness.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. That's cool. Thank you for pointing that out. I will come back to that. I'm just wondering, as you said, I think the closest thing I have is like the when a harbinger claims they will help you, assuring you that they are working against the other harbingers for their own agenda. This isn't really that situation, is it?
Oh, my Dark Patron. Assuring that they are working against the other harbingers for their own. It is that situation. The harbinger in question is Pericles, your dark
Well, if
patron,
I reach out to them, sure.
and then you tell them what you need, and I will describe what you must do for them in return. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you can totally do that.
But I was just trying to think how. Well, this came from you prompting. Is what I just said something that like relates to a move?
Mm.
I think my dark patron would be something else, right? It would be another step. Whereas me just telling Jaeger that he's an ass.
Yeah. No, I think your dark patron is your god boy.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
It's not Pericles. It's Plutarchus.
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 I have to choose a hard name. But actually, I'm far more excited by what you pointed out, which is the tech connection via Incident's AI, and I think and so Virtus is like, okay, this is the end of the line for your judgments, Jaeger, and and Virtus like reaches out that connection through through Starlink,
Mm?
and the Instavid's AI that is that permeates so much of the internet, whatever you want to call it, and Virtus directs it to attack the systems of this satellite, try and render, attack this Jaeger AI that sits within it. Does that seem?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seems great. And I think since you have that connection, it's even just an Unleash the Dark. It's not even Power through Darkness.
Yeah.
You have
Yes,
the
that's
backdoor
right.
already.
Yep.
So spend darkness tokens and roll, and we'll see where that
Spend
leads us.
darkness tokens. Whatever you reckon. I'm not spending darkness tokens. I'm going to cause collateral damage and and take this guy down. Right. Let's have a roll. I mean, I do. Anyway. And I've got
I've been
11.
rolling really high without. This has been the pattern recently. 11s without any darkness tokens. This is like the third time or something.
On an 11 plus, your control falters and you go too far. Choose one, but the keeper describes an unintended consequence. Do you want to go with that, or do you want to
Let's go
spend
with that.
bonds?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. So the obvious one: get past their defenses and inflict a condition.
Okay. So you talk back, and get not only emotionally but also kind of physically, metaphysically into his brain, and you inflict the condition single-minded, which means he now is really, he says, okay, boy, that's how you want to play it, then you are on my list too. And you feel the sun growing just a little bit brighter, and the unintended consequence is, of course, that I am ticking one of my boxes.
Yeah.
Which is one of my moves for him. to tick the clocks. The clock, the one.
When you say single-minded,
Mm-hmm.
does that mean that I've now drawn like his focus, or is it
Yeah, if you will.
more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I wrote it, I meant it more in the sense that before that he would have been willing to parley, or to be talked with, and now his mission is clear: destroy the thing, and nothing will
Right.
stop him from doing that.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, we can interpret it so that you specifically has caught his attention now. That you will be the like the sights that he's aiming his laser through. Rhydian, do you have an idea what you want to do? Oh, by the way, is technically speaking, it's breaky time. Do we want to go on, or do you need the break?
I would be okay to have a break. That sounds
Yeah.
weird. I would like to have a break.
Okay. Is 10 past enough?
Possibly.
15?
Let's do like we did on Thursday.
Yeah,
10
actually
past.
that worked. I aim for 10 past,
Aim for 10 past.
and you know that I might make it slightly later than that.
Okay.
Because when we aim for 15, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, we aim for 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you then.
I don't know what Rhydian should do. What is happening?
Mhm.
Here, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure where to go with Rhydian's moves. There's too many.
Quite a few interesting options, though.
Yeah, so last time we talked about how the sacrifice we must make might be that Rhydian actually has to become a harbinger themselves, right? And on that front, I'm thinking they would probably go and, I would use like Let Sleeping Gods Lie in order to, like, I feel like, I don't know if that is like I guess it doesn't say it in the mechanics, right? But I feel like if you infect a specific vulnerable target with horrifying nightmares, that should probably inflict a condition. Yeah. So that's kind of my thought process here of what Rhydian might be. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. So you're going for the 2 ruin version?
But I could also just see, using mind blasts to
Yeah, you could.
like, how do you say, fuck with him.
Yeah, you totally could.
So what did you say? He has 4 conditions?
Yep.
And he now has 1 of them?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Rhydian will probably do the mind blasts thing, and not immediately go for the nuclear option.
Okay. So I'm going to say that this will be Power Through Darkness, though.
Why is that?
Because you don't have that backdoor. God, I keep forgetting the name Virtus. That Virtus has. And it is over like thousands of kilometers of distance. No, not thousands, but hundreds.
Is this a darkness? Is this a power of darkness that Virtus has currently?
It is an aspect of a harbinger that he has from somewhere. I don't remember where.
Yeah, I stole it.
So it's not a power of darkness.
No.
Because if that were the case, I would have thought, let me mark 1 ruin to let my puppet do something because it can mirror a power of darkness. Anyway, no. That's fine. Yeah. Let me just find. Go away. Just make 1 look at. No, that doesn't work. No. Okay. I was just trying to see, but I think I have a bunch of things that activate if I were to unleash the dark, but not if it's Power Through Darkness. So I just wanted to make sure because it's been a while since I've looked through all of this. Yeah.
So yeah, use Darkest Tokens and roll.
Sure. I wonder. Well, I do wonder if still narratively I would try to sort of, use Teast's mind as a conduit.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, just narratively. I'm not trying to argue with you about the mechanics. You know what I mean?
You're totally trying to argue with me about the mechanics.
No.
But I'm there for it.
Not Teast. I keep saying Teast anyway. Versions.
Like enhancing what my AIs are doing.
Yeah, like just sort of using that, my connection to you as a conduit to get through to this dude who is, what did you say, thousands of kilometers away or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
to get a more direct link in that sense, because
I'm open to that if Teast
you are
is.
making
But then, of
Yeah.
course, Virtus is literally the conduit, and if there's anything negative coming your way, then it hits Virtus first.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
I'm all up for
I,
that. That sounds
I
great.
feel like, yeah, just right up Virtue's alley.
Well, in that
Yeah.
case, you can just go with Unleash the Dark.
Oh, can I now? That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, now you have your in. Now you don't
Well,
have to
thank
strain your
you.
powers to reach him.
That's great, because then that means. Wait, what does it mean? I have several things that I can use for Unleash the Dark, and I need to find the one that I wanted to find. Yeah, it's not this one, it's this one. Yeah, I think as I am channeling through Virtues.
Mhm. Also, if you would like to, you could gain Darkest tokens for embodying your reckless condition
Oh, fantastic.
by
Yes,
just
thank you.
putting Virtus in the line of fire.
Let's do that. So, so I'm gonna use Reshaped by Despair as well while
Mm.
doing Unleash the Dark, right? And what that looks like. Or do you want me to read the thing?
Yes, please.
So, when you choose to unleash the dark, describe how your form changes through violence and beauty, causing those around you to despair. When you do, you may choose one from the following options, even on a miss. And,
Mhm.
well, we shall see what happens here. Anyway, and so I think as I am channeling through Virtues, this time, instead of just, eyes shimmering or whatever, like my whole form keeps sort of flickering in and out of different shapes, some of which might look like maybe, weird digital glitches, etc. As I'm like not paying any attention to, how my shape looks. And so it's sort of like reacting to the stuff that I'm currently focusing on, which in this case is, I don't know, versus AI bots and,
Yeah,
things in the digital realm. Yeah, I'm going to try and mind blast this motherfucker.
go ahead. When Darkest tokens roll.
So, what do we want to reach?
An 8 to 10, I guess. As always.
Yeah, I mean, we do, obviously, but
Really?
I mean, let me just spend one, which
Yeah.
already feels,
You
I
can
don't
spend
know.
one with me, seeing as you're using a conduit.
What? No, I'm
I
spending, darkness tokens. And
Oh,
it
I
was
see.
the right choice. Well, I mean, I didn't have to spend it because it's a 9, but yay, it's a
Okay.
9.
Before we talk about what happens on an 8 to 10, I will use one of his moves. And that is he can spend your bonds for you. And he will spend one of Virtus's bonds with Rhydian. And Teast, I would be interested. What is like you have this link between the three of you now with that AI, and he ferrets out some like deep shameful memory of you, at least in your mind, doing something awful or betraying Rhydian, and that is like played back into Rhydian's mind. What is that?
I think so back when we were in base 001 or whatever it was, right? And
Mhm.
we were doing all the
0001.
experiments, and I was doing the memory wipes and things, and I think this is just like you kind of knew that this is what I'd done, right? We'd covered that a bit before, but this is right in your face. You can see me sitting down face to face with a prior you and wiping that memory, wiping your memories, and doing it absolutely heartlessly, right? No consideration for who this person is in front of me that I'm wiping the memories from.
Nice. And that brings the roll down to an 8, and now he uses one of Rhydian's. Let's see. Oh, we have so many to pick from. Let's take one with try to figure out what the bond with Azul could be, what she represents to you, like getting rid of those bonds that you don't use that often anyway. Remember that dream that you had about Ricky putting pressure on Azul to kill a god with a pistol that is loaded with cold iron bullets, and that's good. You get an interference from like somewhere else in the city, where Azul is scared out of her wits, and it's like an intrusive thought kind of thing that just distracts you for a moment, and she's really scared, and then you hear the loud boom, and you hear her go, "Ricky, no!" And a surge of like horror and grief coming from her direction. And I'll take away one of your bonds with her. Apparently she just shot somebody. And that brings the roll down to a 7-. Now you can, of course, spend bonds to bring it back up if you want, or you take the 7-.
Of course. No, I am. I'm going to... Because I'm just not that interested in... Normally I'm interested in this, but this time I'm just more interested in actually having this work. So I am spending a bond with Lady Baptiste. And this is helping me focus on the matter at hand and ignore any feelings of somebody whom I cannot help currently anyway, because this is a completely different, area, person, whatever. This is not the issue.
Sorry, let me just one thing. That was my mistake to tie it in with Jaeger, because it's Jaeger's move. You don't just randomly get interference. That scene is played on a big plasma screen on that courtyard where you're standing, recorded by some security camera, and then you all see that she is shooting Ricky in self-defense.
Ah, okay. And probably sort of try to, embody some of Lady Baptiste's very cold sort of demeanor around these things, and just go, well, I'm sure she had a good reason. Good for her. And just sort of,
Sure.
Take that little distraction off while I deal with what actually matters right now.
Nice.
Okay. So that would be my 8 to 10, thank you.
And just to not make it an endless tug of war with your millions of bonds, I will just let it stand. We could spend an entire session just
back and
emptying your bonds. So what do you choose?
So, hang on. Lovely doop. Okay. So obviously I want to get past their defense and inflict a condition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe let me narrate that first.
Yes.
So you worm your way into this data stream coming back and forth between Virtus and Jaeger, and maybe you can even see it a bit better than Virtus himself can, as like this golden thread going up to the sky. And you, of course, you being you go through an emotional bond, and that emotional bond is something that I don't know if Virtus himself is aware of that, but you kind of unearth it, and that is a kind of like father-son connection between the two of them, that you glide along up into the sky, and when your mind arrives up in the satellite, you realize that there is not much emotion there on that end of it. It's all very cold, very clinical. There are pros and cons and costs and benefits calculated, and in the end, the machine that thinks it is Colonel Jaeger comes to the conclusion that not just this world, but all realities would be greatly benefited if all of you would die tonight. So the condition is code logic.
Mhm.
There's no emotion to be appealed to anywhere, to be appealed to anymore. Yeah.
Question. So, are you telling me that this is not actually a person? Because I'm confused by this now.
Apparently not, and hasn't been for a while.
Ah.
The story you all thought you knew was that Jaeger died in base 0001 when Alecto destroyed it. And then he showed up again, and now you learn, that's more an engram, like an AI that thinks it is a person.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, so I still get to choose two more things.
Yes.
My second thing I would choose is to get what you want from them,
What do you want from them?
which is be a memory I can abuse.
I guess that goes to both Teast and me. Well, what kind of memory do you have in mind, like in general?
So, I mean, interestingly, I don't know. I feel like I'm actually like cannibalizing my moves here, but why not? Because the other thing that I have here in my Reshaped by Despair thing, where I get to choose one of the following options, even on a miss. One of them is I gain their fear and loathing, or I see into their soul and declare what I find there.
Oh,
And
do you want to
obviously,
do that first, maybe?
well, and
And
obviously, like now, given that this is maybe an AI that thinks it's a person, like soul is maybe slightly weird to think about, but
yeah, but you do
we
have
can
that
see
backdoor
into
into its algorithms, and
yeah, and like we
that
can
counts.
see if it is a machine that thinks it's a person, it still has a conception of what
Yes,
makes it or
yes,
him or whatever, right?
yeah, absolutely.
And you know, you said obviously something about cold logic, da da da. But I think
Yeah, I was
beneath
I was
that,
going to say I could also imagine in the previous thing, like getting a dream. I could imagine showing showing a time when Jaeger was irrationally kind or loving towards Virtus. That wouldn't make any sense to the AI rationality, right?
interesting. Well, maybe I don't know, but anyway, but what I think I find underneath all of the cold logic and whatever is this sort of gaping void of that is sort
Yeah,
of showing the only sense that this person or machine has of its own worth is, you know, its effectiveness and
yeah,
its use in the world that
Mhm.
seems to have completely been warped. And
That's
yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, yeah, I love it.
I'm thinking of very mean and ableist dreams to inflict on this machine.
Yeah, I love that. And so sorry. And what did you want from them? Yeah, a memory. Yeah. Um,
Memory I can exploit.
yeah. So I will offer you a deal here. Like I can just give you a like narrative memory, but if you want to, I can also give you one that has mechanic teeth. And that is going off what Teeth suggested, that you unearth a memory of Jaeger and Teeth, like maybe doing a training mission, and or like maybe a mission in the field even, and it's like really important, and it is super successful, and after that they have a night out drinking, just pals, with that weird father-son dynamic they had back then. And that kind of makes him short circuit a bit and makes him even more determined to end it here, lest he might discover something about himself that he doesn't want to. And so the other part of the bargain is that I will check another condition, but I will also check another of the orbital laser check marks.
Oh, interesting. Sure. Maybe I won't even get to unleash dreams anymore on this guy.
Okay, so then the next condition that he has is unreachable. Like he now totally shuts down and basically puts everything else other than destroying Las Vegas on the back burner. Like even the subroutines of himself that the emotions were shut down earlier anyway, but also like all non-essential memories, all non-essential other forms of capacities. Like he cannot be talked with at all anymore.
Cool.
And the sun again shines a little bit brighter. 2 ticks left on the don't test me because I don't know what I'll do if I tick the last check mark clock.
Cool. So, I think here, Virtus is sitting here and he's having too many, he's overwhelmed by this perfection, right? That this Jaeger is pursuing, and also this father-son relationship that he also feels with Plutarchles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's and he knows that he's been trying to remain human and fight against this temptation for perfection and fight against and discover who he is independent of these father figures, right? And then he sees Ricky,
Mm-hmm.
who has I think clearly been corrupted by the deck, right?
Yeah.
And sees this person that he feels as a father figure to,
Beautiful.
being justifiably dealt with by Azul, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this this overwhelms him, and he can't he can't contain this anymore, and is essentially sort of rejecting the teachings and the teachings of these two father figures, and unleashes his angelic fury and beauty to I think bend this orbital laser power back in on itself, because
Beautiful.
it's like this, it is this bright light in the sky, which is kind of emblematic of where Virtus comes from. And so he almost he pours energy into that to overwhelm it, so that rather than it come down and try and take out Las Vegas, instead it's going to implode and
Yeah, that's beautiful.
take itself out.
Do you have any moves you want to underpin that with?
I mean, I was just going to do the usual, but
I would
I'm
be happy
hoping
with
to
Unleash the Dark.
roll at low. What were you saying?
I said I would be happy with Unleash the Dark unless you have anything more specific.
I'm going to go for
Oh,
Unleash the
no.
Dark. And
Does that mean that this will now also, it's the laser, right?
Yeah.
It's not Geiger. Geiger? Jaeger? Ah, fuck.
Jaeger.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
I was
Jaeger
somebody
is
else.
in that satellite.
Is he? Right.
In a way. I mean.
Okay. No. Listen. I'm just going like, yes, I think that is that is a really cool move and whatever. My thinking is just like, I think, well, me, the player, I really want to infect this fucking AI with nightmares, as well. But
Oh right,
it is
sorry.
what-
Did we fully resolve your move actually, Rhydian?
No, we did, because I didn't use that move because I was like,
Okay.
I think they go for that, but I was basically setting myself up for that. But then you offered to do the other condition, and then I was like, oh, maybe now I've
Well,
made myself. Anyway, go ahead.
Narratively, so there's one box left on the stop Jaeger from blowing up Las Vegas.
And it would work so perfectly with what you just set up, Teased.
Right?
Yes.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that we've actually... I could imagine Virtus allowing a back door so that Jaeger can escape the satellite, right? He would be powerless now because he doesn't have the satellite to control, right? But there's this like slim backup of him that then Rhydian can
Fuck
do what
around
they
with.
do.
Sure, it's fine. Yeah.
Trap him in a cell phone.
You
Yeah,
do your thing,
exactly. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna have a roll and see how we go. Yes, 7.
What did you roll?
Yeah.
So from your reaction, I take it you wanted to fail?
Oh yeah, because I
Always.
want to. Where is it? I am your no. Which one is
What
it?
is this sad, distracting memory of Ricky that Jaeger is now playing onto the big screen that brings it up to an 8?
No, because I want the failure thing. I can't. It's been so long. But I remember I have this move. Where is it? Yeah. It's the Heart's Eclipse. Is that no? Whenever you roll this, you
roll.
can choose to have your power surge beyond your control, causing great collateral damage around you. That's what I'm going for. I
like them a lot, both of them.
Ooh.
I don't want to.
PC Max 2 conditions.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with that.
I have exactly 2 conditions left to mark, just to let you know.
So do I.
Yeah.
So fun.
Are you going to?
I'm not going to mess with. I'm not going to mess with that. That's beautiful.
Mess with what?
With that miss roll.
Oh.
I was thinking
right.
of like bringing it up to a success just to fuck with teeth, but that is just too beautiful.
So I guess the thing is, Zena, is who's going to mark the 2 conditions, me or you?
I mean, it would fit perfectly in this if I were to do a thing, so it would fit perfectly if I were to mark conditions, and then how do I hurt myself? By marking more ruin and doing the fucking dream thing to support you in your, thing where it's like, I'm gonna fuck with the intelligence that is controlling this thing so you can deal with the actual piece of equipment unimpeded. And I think the hurt there is the whole, we are ever closer to my guy becoming Harbinger. So in that way, it would make sense to me, but I don't know if that makes sense to you.
That works for me. So you'll mark 2 conditions, and in a moment you'll have a meltdown thing.
Fantastic.
And gain a bond with me, with Virtus. So let's do that afterwards. And so it's an 8 to 10, which means I choose 2. So get past their defenses and inflict a condition.
Sorry, quickly before we resolve that, how does Rhydian hurt themselves to help you?
Okay.
Oh, I said I would do that by doing exactly the move that I was going to do anyway, which is Let Sleeping Gods Lie, which is marching very, very close to being a harbinger, because that's the only way I could.
What does that look like in the fiction?
What does that look like? I think it will look very much like I can just see him faltering or nearly being overwhelmed by his power, and literally sort of grabbing his head and going, listen, this is not your father or whatever, like this is just a cheap copy. All right. And sort of, staring into Virtus's eyes and like, once again, how do you say that? Channeling through him. This time it's just much more powerful because I am calling back to my true and cosmic form. I
imagine as you grab his face, like from all over your body, like hundreds small shadowy tentacles just like extend and also stabilize Virtus as he's about to fall.
Yeah, just sort of wrapping around him and whatever, but also looking like they're sort of like trying to get in there to go through.
Okay, now back to Virtuous and his move resolution.
On an 8 to 10, you wield the darkness with control at ease. Choose 2. I will get past their defenses and inflict a condition.
Let's do that last. What is the other thing you want? It doesn't really matter. Avoid reprisals, harm or cost, maybe?
I guess that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've had enough harm and cost to get to this point, so let's avoid further harm and reprisals and cost.
I don't know. I was just thinking of maybe now spending some bonds, but I don't think we can do that because you don't have a roll really. You just have this 8 to 10 bend. Because I would have preferred it for you to only have one to choose from. Anyway, okay, so you mark his last condition, and that last condition happens to be suicidal. And just let me hold my character sheet for the big bet into the camera. Isn't that like amazing? Like how small, how little you need in this game. It's just a little like sticky with I guess 10 lines of text, but one of them is Colonel Jaeger and the other one is moves. And then there are 4 moves and 4 conditions. I love it. And I noted it down like 10 minutes before the game. Anyway, so the last condition is suicidal. So it happens exactly as I said, right?
Feedback or overwhelm or...
Yeah, I was just trying to also tie in the shadow tentacles of Rhydians that also maybe like wrap their way around your father-son connection, darken that a bit, but finally worm their way up to Jaeger and just turn this subroutine around, rewriting it, and kind of eroding that last tether that this engram had to its own sense of personhood. And now there's
a different idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yes, go ahead with the rest of it, I guess. I just have an idea of what is happening to this guy. But anyway, you want to do your thing first, no?
Well, you can't say you have a different idea and then they'll tell me what the idea is.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so my thought is that, however, like, let's imagine, I don't know, 90s, noughties fucking hacker movies or whatever. Like, we're in digital space, right? Although I guess it's not black and green. It's probably more like gray and white because, we are in the Apple design language of today. Sorry, I don't know why I'm mad. Normally I don't have this, so let me just go with it. Visual stuff. And we are seeing whatever, like weird, cloudy ass tentacles, finding the software, the algorithm, whatever that apparently makes up this intelligence named Jaeger. And these tentacles reach into all sorts of subroutines and memories and and they turn them all back on while also shutting off all sorts of other connections that it has to actually, I guess, flee this nightmare that I am concocting. So I guess basically I have sandboxed the AI and tightened, buttoned down the hatches. I think my true and cosmic form, Epialos, is not satisfied with like taking away its sense of personhood. Epialos wants this thing true and truly, as capable of feeling the fear and the despair as any human being, because it really, really wants to wreak havoc. It's been so long, and so it is not only turning on all of these things, so it's like giving this AI kind of memories, or maybe enforcing memories of having a body, being able to connect with others in this different way that it doesn't have. But then
imagine I imagine the pervasive body horror of gaining awareness of the fact that your body is a satellite flying in space.
And then it's overlaying that with this illusion, this nightmare of being also completely trapped in this body that is, they are, I don't know, maybe, bedbound and have no way of communicating and can't see their way to finding anything of use to do. And that seemed, like the worst nightmare for this AI.
And there's only one way out of it, and that is to fire. I mean, it's already have been firing up the laser, but to now finally release it. And Virtue's intervention, like while all that was happening inside the, for lack of a better term, mind of Jaeger, Virtue's intervention has like warped its body, as you said, right? Turning around the the lenses, so that when it finally triggers the laser, it goes inward, and you get the sense that in its last moments it knew what would happen, but that the alternative would have been worse. Of being
suicide by Omen class monster,
of being of floating in the endless void with this inhuman body that now fully registers as inhuman, with this like visceral wrongness and the awareness that you are not a person laid bare. I think this is the terrible gift that Epialos gave to Jaeger, awareness of his own condition. I have one final poisoned offer to you, and that is if you want to go for expose a weakness or flaw instead of avoid reprisals, harm or cost, or get what you want from them, either of the two. I would have an idea for that, if you're curious what that idea is and are willing to take a few reprisals. If not, you can just shut it down and we're done. Your call, Teased. You're wiggling your eyebrows.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to Xena.
No.
No, it's
your
you.
move.
You're the one who's doing the move. I was just interrupting.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about maybe a bit of a scene between Virtus and Rhydian, but I'm always up for a bit more pain for Virtus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Grind it in.
Okay, so let me first tell you about the reprisals harm or cost. It is a god killer level weapon, right? So even if it explodes in the sky, it will touch down on the floor of this pocket dimension. It will not incinerate Las Vegas, but you all will take a point of ruin, whatever it's called. It's ruin actually. And one condition, which of course only is relevant to Virtus, that is the cost, as this like bright daylight kind of like energy reaches the ground. And
I'm absolutely imagining essentially like a meteorite shower, as it were, of parts of this satellite raining down. And on the one hand, it's like beautiful because it's like, glowing rain of light, but also horrific because when it lands, it's obliterating whatever it's hitting.
Yes, absolutely. So I think this pocket dimension representation of Las Vegas will be destroyed in the end, but there's nobody alive in there anyway. But it will not fold out into other realities. It will not kill any of you. And the you can get what you want from them / expose a weakness of law that you didn't know that you wanted it, is that in the final moments you find a backdoor to division, and you only have time to quickly download it into your memory, and then later as you unpack it, you will see that basically a little bit of a lore drop. And I will just make it short, is that he was a joint venture between Instavits and Division. Division giving the knowledge, Instavits giving the technology, specifically to, in the first idea from Division's point of end of it was to have a more effective tool to deal with Omen class monsters, with harbingers, and of course in the way that these private firms always do, they cannibalized it and copied it and put all that information into like minor weapon systems. So Division is complicit, and as you stand there with the leftovers of the last representation of your Azad's dad raining down around you, you can have your moment with Rhydian, of course.
Yeah.
But Rhydian's at their breaking point.
Yes.
I don't know how, to be honest, I still don't know how breaking point works, right? I know I've had it before and someone else has had it before. The thing is, at least it's been a while. No, I think I have also, and pretty sure maybe we've all done it since, like we avoided it for ages and then suddenly we were all like, yes, breaking point, breaking point, breaking point. Anyway, but my thing is, well, I mean, I guess I could have looked this up, but I didn't. So there we go. In the breaking point description, nowhere does it say that you untick any conditions.
I think we sometimes have circular discussions.
Is this a thing that happened before? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think we've been there before, and I think we found out that it does say somewhere that you
I'm sorry.
conditions. But maybe we can table that for a moment, and you can have your scene, and I can just look that up in the meantime.
Okay, but what scene are we looking at here? Given that they are at their breaking point, is this like still I mean, obviously, it's a scene between Virtus and Rhydian because that's who is.
I mean, I guess
I don't know where the fuck Electro went off to, but
Yeah, I'm not sure where it fits in, but the reason why I was thinking about it was because was twofold. One, because Virtus has just had this big, I need to be my own person now and not just do what my fathers tell me to, right? But on the other side, you harmed yourself to help me with this, and that that feels like an act of again familial, I guess, but an act of love that that helps me reject what the darkness demands of me. So I'm not 100% sure where it goes, but it's sort of, hey, thank you for helping me. Maybe it's like I've been trying to be my own person for so long, and finally feel like I've started to break my bonds with these father figures who keep on telling me what to do and how to act. And the only way that I was able to do that was with the support of those that I love. And so thank you for showing me not only how I can be my own person, but also that to be my own person, I still, that you can only be your own person with the support of those around you who love you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And so are you saying that to Rhydian?
I think that is what I'm saying to Rhydian, yes.
Okay. So I'm not sure if you are looking for anything in mechanics, because I have a feeling that role-playing wise, you would get an interesting answer.
Just quickly, meanwhile, I found it's on page 28 under breaking point in the book. It says during this at the end of the scene, clear all conditions and mark ruin once. So
okay,
yeah.
So speaking of the
and you can totally weave your breaking point into that scene if you want.
Which is what I'm trying to do, because first of all, the breaking point prompt here doesn't make sense for where my character is. So I'm just gonna freewheel it a little bit, because maybe let's just say here it says the puzzle box in your mind opens up and there's no looking away from the truth, and how like memories come back and and I'm like, well, we've already basically, I don't know how it happened, but somehow in this catastrophic moment all of my memories came back, right? So like this doesn't work as a prompt per se, right? what I'm
That's
thinking
maybe a
is,
good moment to change the playbook then.
yes, no, but I'm just saying, but I still have an idea of what is happening currently. Anyway, so as you say this to Rhydian, maybe you're not even paying attention to this, but Rhydian does still not look like what you are used to seeing them. And you know that they experiment with their looks, but this is decidedly supernatural and not just, a fancy new haircut. But instead, it's sort of like, probably some of these images of your this usual form of Rhydian, but they are sort of almost like there's several different layers that are superimposed, like with different hair things and different clothing, etc. And then you've still got all of these shadowy tentacles that are wrapping around them all over the place that keep also moving and sort of stretching out into different directions at all times, sometimes clouding their face, sometimes almost looking like they are making up their face rather than, this humanoid form that you are used to. And so probably as you are looking at them, their eyes or the way that they look at you also have a very different quality, because what you're usually used to is that Rhydian has a very cold touch, but a very warm expression. And I think this time they're not necessarily cold, but very, very distant, right? So when they're looking at you, they look at you as if they are sort of a million miles away or in all sorts of places at once, right? While not distracted at all. And I think their voice has changed as well. And it's just these, again, superimposed different voices in different tones and whatever, and just going like, be careful of what memories you treasure and keep. One can use them to one's advantage in ways you cannot imagine.
I've I've seen the struggles that you and Electo have had, and I can see the struggle that you're having now. Never doubt that I will be here for you as well to help with your struggles.
And I think that's when they just break out into this weird laughter. Like, Virtus, you don't seem to understand. I don't have any troubles or struggles.
Xena, is that true? Because I don't think that's true, right?
What me? No, what
Yeah.
I'm trying to embody is that this is not Rhydian really you're talking to, right? You're talking to Epialos, who is
Yes.
way beyond, yeah.
So if you want,
cool. Right.
you can take an Epialos thing or two.
Oh, I ticked 2 for my move for doing the.
Mm-hmm. I know, but for your reinterpretation of the breaking point.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so I just thought this makes the most sense in terms of, I'm not gaining back any more memories, but it's more like, oh, this is like well and truly taken hold right now, like.
Yeah. And since
way
you've been
more
struggling with like your sense that you don't have enough ruin left to fill the clock, totally use that opportunity to do it.
Cool. Done.
Yeah,
so I mean, basically, I'm trying to say, like, I don't think Epialos would just go like, "Hi, I'm Epialos. Who are you?" I just feel like I don't know if Virtus is not observant enough. That's cool, but also I feel like they are talking very, very differently.
Yeah. No, it was so Virtus does know that, right? He's not as clueless as he was 6 months ago, and in symmetry with Rhydian helping Virtus, Virtus is also going to, because I think you put your hands on my face and looked into my eyes, right? So he's going to do that same thing, and he's going to say, I'm here for you, Rhydian, right into your eyes.
Nice.
Then you can wonder what you feel when you're trying to touch them right now.
You can clear your conditions and mark a ruin. And since as I said earlier, I have to hard dip out in 17 minutes, let's go to end of session questions and start some wishes and chiz. And obviously, this has been All the Bells on Earth by Lowell Francis. Thank you for playing.
Wait, is this All the Bells on Earth?
Yeah.
I thought that's the other one.
Nope.
No, that's this one.
Oh God, I guess I've just now mixed up the names in my head. What was the first one we played by Lowell?
First one was let's look at the mirror board. It is still there.
Till we
somewhere.
have
Till we have faces. Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, thank you. Okay, yes.
Also
In
by
fairness,
Lowell.
both of these names are just like
Yeah.
sorted in the same category because they're both by Lowell and they're both Apocalypse keys. And anyway, cool.
Yeah, and they're
That was very
both I think taken from poems or like works of art.
It's very fun. More ruin, fantastic.
So Rhydian, did you use the emotions and memories of another to create a crew advantage? I would say you did. So that's an XP. And did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity?
Yes.
Or did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin? Sure. Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster?
I think so.
Okay. Did you uncover at least one key of Apocalypse or attempt to unlock Doom's door? As always, doesn't apply.
No, but it was that boss battle.
Yeah. So you don't have to take the ruin if you don't want to. It doesn't really apply.
It's the last one.
So what did you learn about a fellow monster? I am curious.
How much more dependent Virtus is on these father figures. I think. I don't think really I think certainly not this sort of intricate thing of him being, still so tied to these two different figures. I think that was something new to not to me the player, but I think to Rhydian, because I think most of that talk was all,
Yeah, that's really nice.
Baseball, not in game.
To tease that out. And Virtus, did you let go and cause collateral damage? We didn't really describe it. That is on me, but I do remember that you mentioned that a few times that you were about to. So we can just imagine maybe that around you, Las Vegas quietly fell to ruins.
So the collateral damage too, though, is the satellite raining out of the sky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity?
I feel like I expressed my humanity.
Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin?
I mean, me as a player, I did.
What did you learn?
Well, I feel like for me, Teast, I made more of these connections, these father-son connections, and maybe that's just because I have a teenage son at them. But did I learn something significant about a fellow monster? Yes. I don't think Virtus was aware at all of how much
how close Rhydian is.
Yeah.
And did you uncover at least one key? No, yeah, same as before. If you want the ruin, take it, but you don't have to. Okay, then I'll stop the recording and we can go to Stars and Wishes.